Okay, so we're starting. Wow. So this is my first podcast. If you don't know me, my name is Dillon. I am an actor, a model. I do VFX, filmmaking, just general creative stuff. And I got a lot to speak on my mind. Number one is that this is not my first time, like, really being on video and talking like this. I have a channel, if you know me from there, and I also have another channel that I haven't talked about. And my older channel is a gaming channel. I've been just in general kind of on and off about this. See, the crazy part about doing this podcast is that there's no real cuts. There's no real like this or that. It's just talking. From what I know, is minimal edits, so that's kind of nice because I'm a person that edits a whole lot, spends a lot of time having to do that. So it's kind of nice not having to do that. But like I said before, I've had a YouTube channel for about 10, almost 11 years. I started when I was 9. So with that channel, basically, it was a gaming channel. It was called The Brown Gaming. I renamed it to just TBG just because it's shorter. And now I go online by Dillon Be Creative. I still use that, but I haven't really touched it, and I don't really know what I want to do with it, to be honest with you. I have a strong desire to get back to doing gaming and just doing just general content creation and recording. Make sure that this is recording, actually. Okay, this is recording. Cool. Um, yeah. Basically, I've been on the internet for a while. I've made tons of videos, tons of stuff, and one of the things in my life right now is that I want to get better at consistency. You know, I realize how powerful and how much that really means. Um, I have so much on my mind that I always would love to speak and say, but the majority of my life and majority of my time, I don't get to speak and say those ideas, or I don't get to express that. I'm not really in a circle or around people to where I get to express those ideas, and those ideas are understood or celebrated, or people don't really get it. And I've been on the look for people who are in my same mindset, who are like me. And I wanted to speak on this podcast as this is the first episode, and it's so cool, like saying that now that I'm kind of seeing it because I'm starting. One of the things that really gets me is not starting sometimes. I am a person though who does start a lot and who does start, but my main issue, my main struggle has been consistency with it. You can't just be a one hit wonder. Not calling myself that, but what I'm saying is that you can't just make one great thing and then leave. You have to be there. You have to be consistent, be there, because I think of it like this: water cuts through rock, not because it's powerful, but because it's consistent. When you add consistent pressure to something, it makes it move how you want it to move. And that is the most beautiful thing that I could think about because it's beautiful like that. I just want to hold on. I just want to, just in case this tries any bullcrap, I just want to make sure that freaking Audacity is recording this because I only have this recording on OBS. So let me get Audacity open. Oh yeah, like I run out of space so much. I have a whole thing about I take up so much space. Like literally, I take up freaking terabytes of storage. Like I dead one of these days will need to freaking get an 8 terabyte drive because I have like so much stuff. Like I am a vlogger, but I don't post any of it. I always be recording. I always be vlogging my life and just taking moments. So okay, at least Audacity is recording. So just in case this acts weird, but I I have so much in me that is beautiful, beautiful ideas, thoughts, and all types of processes and stuff that I would love to share, but I have not done that. Most of the time, I am working on something else. Like, for instance, a lot of you, some of you are here from this, you know that I'm working on a Bleach film, right? That film has took me over 4 years now. Over 4 years for sure. And it's still taking me some time because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. I am managing a lot of people, a lot, and in trying to do everything and make sure that it's good. I get at the stage to where I don't always show what I make until I feel like it's ready. And in some parts, that's really good to like have that because a lot of people will judge the process. They will judge this, and that. But the problem comes into where you get stuck on feeling and trying to be ready instead of just putting it out there and letting it breathe. That's been kind of an issue that I've been getting over is just putting something out there. I feel like a lot of people have been waiting on me for my film, and I think about it every day. And I never really get to talk to those people about it, but like it's always in my mind. And it's a lot for one guy to handle because I'm wearing a million hats. I'm wearing the hat of writer, director, CGI artist, casting director, all of it. I'm wearing it and making sure everything works. And I really enjoy doing it because there's so much beauty in like this film, like genuinely. And I love doing it. It just can be hard when you have like this burning fire inside you and this want to share what you're doing, like, but it's just not ready. And I know what I just said before, but I feel like it's a clear difference for me, right? I didn't really feel ready to even do this podcast, to be honest with you. Like when I just started, it felt like, okay, am I missing something? This is that. It really don't be feel like it's that easy. But that's the thing though, is that sometimes some things are that easy. We think so much about all the steps to it instead of just like just doing it. And that's where I'm at right now is that I'm just doing it. I hope this is recording and you see like feeling like there's always something missing. But the missing piece is you. You're the missing piece to your story. When you're not speaking, when you're not using the voice that God gave you. Because I have such a strong voice that God gave me. Just making sure. But yeah, I have such a strong voice that God gave me. Not just in speaking, but in my presence, in my creativeness, my personal life. I am a very strong spirited person. And to not express that is like keeping like my mouth tied shut and I hate it. It's terrible. This podcast is one of the only ways that I know to really fully express and just talk and be myself. Instagram, right? I have an Instagram, Dillon Be Creative, if you're on there. Some of you might be coming from there. But on Instagram, I don't think somebody's gonna sit down. They're probably not even gonna let you have a whole hour long video of you just talking. But I love to talk. I want to say that too. Some of you might not know, some of you might do know, but I love to just talk. I will talk somebody's ears off. Shout out to my mother because I'm like her. I just talk. I just talk. I yap. Right? Sometimes I'll just yap and talk, but I can't like that's my spirit, that's my nature, and it just sucks to have sat here for so long and not did that because that's all I essentially love to do. But it's not just about just talking and just doing things once. It's about doing them consistently and repeatedly because after doing this today, just right now, I don't ever want there to be another time where I'm not talking, where I'm not expressing myself and being open and trying to share my ideas. I don't share every idea because I don't feel like you should. Some people will not get the idea or you might get diluted by noise when you get the wrong person talking to you about an idea. But I do have a lot of ideas that I share, and sometimes I just don't give a frick what you think. I don't care. But I don't want my voice to be silenced. I want to speak freely and to fully express myself. And not only that, but express myself, my character, my love, my who I am. And through this, I want to connect with other people who feel the same way. There's so many artists, creatives, so many different people who I always love to learn from. I am a very outgoing person, if you know that, right? Some of you probably know that already that I'm a very outgoing person. And I'll just talk to strangers. I'll just talk to just anybody. And I love doing it because you never know what you can learn from somebody else. You never know how beautiful of a story somebody might have, or just general, just a different perspective on life. It's so interesting because I was invited to something not too long ago, and my perspective on just different people and like different families, it just expanded because when you don't go out and you just stick to everything that you're taught when you're growing up, everything that you perceive when you're growing up, everything that you're like stuck into, you don't get to see what somebody else's life is like. I love getting to hear about stories about how families came to be or this or that. I love hearing about stuff like that because it's beautiful. It's genuinely like amazing. Let me just check one thing. See, I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure for sure. Say, oh, hold up. That's me recording right now. Hold on. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, well, that sounds good. But anyways, because Audacity's also recording this as well. But back to what I was saying is that I love to hear from different people about their lives. I love to just genuinely connect with people because that's all we have on this earth, to be honest with you. Like having I'm in a place of, and I thank God for this. I'm in a place of beautiful abundance in a lot of things. I have the resources to be able to literally shape and create the future that I want. I have that, and I'm so blessed to be able to have that. I just haven't been really using those resources in a way to always do that. And not because I'm lazy, because that's definitely not like, no, definitely not. I am overworked, tired, all like, it's just a matter of just time, to be honest. But I'm in a place of abundance because of God, and I'm really thankful for that. And He's giving me abundance in knowledge and like resources, just amazing things. And I think it's just so important to use what I'm given to go and connect with people, because it's really not about having everything. Doesn't really mean anything unless you can really connect with somebody else with it, right? Having this camera right here in front of me, this isn't for me just to like take pictures of the freaking grass. This is for me to make films, for me to record this, for me to do all that I do and connect with somebody out there. I just did a photo shoot, a little Barbie photo shoot that was like really cool. I thought that came out really good. I have another idea for another photo shoot like that I want to do. And it's stuff like that that I want my art and what I do to connect with other people. And so how else can I do that if I don't share it? And so that's why I'm here right now. This is episode 1. I don't know how many episodes I'll do a week, but I do know that the bare minimum a week is 1 episode. All I literally gotta do is sit here and yap. I do that all day, but in my noggin, I can sit here and just yap. I have a ton of like stuff hidden on my brain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Instagram is really the very short form content of that. It's not really me fully, always giving everything that I'm talking about. I gotta make sure things finish like a minute or two. I got more things to say than in a minute or two. There's more value in what I'm trying to say that doesn't last out to a minute or two. And I'm sure there's tons of people out there who feel the same way. If you feel like you have so much on your mind to speak or you just want to say, you don't feel like you're being seen. Because that's a lot of what I feel like too. Especially in this like era of my life, I am not being seen. A lot of my growth is not being seen, is not being like seen. Yeah, it's not being seen. And anybody just wants just to have people understand them and see them for like what they're doing. And that's what I'm doing here, is that I want to showcase who I am, you know? And it would suck not to do that. So, hey, I look good on camera. I'm not gonna lie to you. But, but anyways, yeah, welcome again. I have no idea what I'll name this podcast. I wanted to. My initial idea was, what if I do this on like the roof of my car or something? I call it like rooftop podcast. I'm not gonna do that. Unless I'm like in like a garage or something. I don't know. I think this is fine. I think this is like actually like a nice little setup. This is my backdrop. I built this like almost 2 years ago, and it was mainly for because like I was trying to invest in doing YouTube, but I wasn't consistent. And it wasn't that I lacked talent. It wasn't that I lacked even really drive, motivation, quality. It was that I just lacked consistency. And consistency is so freaking important. It means like everything. You know what I mean? Like if you're fighting a boss, right? You're fighting a boss in a video game. You can't just hit the boss one time. You can't hit the boss just 3 times. You have to keep consistently hitting the boss until you beat it. And not even just until you beat it, but till the next boss. You can't just do things one time. And not only when you do it, but you have to do it with quality. Do it to the best of your ability. And that can sound exhausting. But for me, I got a lot of energy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a lot of like energy that doesn't even just stem from just physical energy, like spiritual energy. Um but which is true. But I have a lot of energy and I can do those things. My relationship too with money and I think yeah, mainly money has changed. I've been blessed to be in a position to where my relationship with money has changed in a way of money is energy. And money is energy in the fact of that money, you can always get more money. Money comes and goes, and it's like energy. You can lose energy, then what? You drink some juice, you drink some water, you eat, you get that energy back. That's exactly what money is. It's just energy. It comes around, it goes around, it comes in different forms, all types of stuff. But what I found is the most valuable is time. You cannot purchase back time. Sure, you can purchase back maybe future time that, like, you get somebody to work for you in the future, but time is a currency that nobody can touch. Only God. And when you think about it like that, it becomes less about money because money is not the money is not the most valuable currency. It's time. Time is a scarce resource. Time doesn't come back. Money comes back. You could lose $1,000 today and then get $200,000 the next month. Money comes back. It rotates. That's how the world works. If you want to be rich, you can't just hold on to all your money. You have to make it work for you. It's energy, right? So how long are we recording? Yeah. So money is energy, but time, that's the most important asset that we all have. We all only have so much time on this earth, and with that time, we have to make use of it. So money is great, but time is just the more valuable resource. And I've been more focused on how can I optimize my time, right? And essentially, time will always pass. So it's not like you can hold on to time and like money, you can like hold on to it and you can store it. No, time will always pass. Time is a currency you can never stop spending. So what do? We organize. We categorize what we're going to do with our time, right? Making sure that this is recording. So we categorize and we organize what are we going to do with our time. And like for right now, like what I'm doing is that for my time, I have a lot of stuff that's not in order right now. I have a lot of stuff that's all over the place. My room is all over the place. Like I don't have systems in place to keep me always using my time properly. And I'm going to change that today, actually. Number one, for me, is eating. I don't eat enough. I literally, I don't know my capacity for how much I can eat. Like, we went to this buffet. Like, it was, I think it was like maybe like a month ago or something. It was like, not too long ago. We went to this freaking buffet and they were serving all this like these steaks and pork chops, all this stuff, right? And my family was there and they were like eating and stuff, and everybody was like getting full and stuff. They're like, we can't take this no more. I was just like, what's up next? Like they just basically what they do is that the servers come around and they keep giving you more and more food, more and more of these steaks, whatever, like tons of stuff. There's a bunch of like meat and stuff, right? Until you say like, till you like, there's like a little card that you flip over that you like, and say no more. Until you do that, I was sitting there for like a whole hour after most of everybody was like done. I was still eating. And you know what the crazy part is that at the end of it, I was sitting there after eating like so much of these like pork chops and these steaks or whatever. I'm just like, bro, I'm not even full. And I noticed that because I'm like, what the frick? Like, why am I not full? Like, why am I actually not full? And it's crazy because I don't know how much I can eat. Like actually, I don't. I don't know how much I can actually eat, which is interesting. But to go back to what I'm saying is that I need systems in place for myself to eat more so that I have more energy, which energy converts into you can make more money doing that. But then also I can use my time more wisely by doing that. Using my time more wisely right now is this. Like I said before, time is a currency you cannot hold on to. It will always pass. So it comes down to a decision of will you let time pass doing what you actually care about doing and love to do or want to do and want to start, or will you continue to let it pass and just not do it? Right now, I'm doing what I've been wanting to do, and time will pass. 5 years will pass from 5 years will pass from today. 10 years will pass from today. 20, 30, 100. Time will always move, but it is what you do with that time that is the most important. And today, I am doing this podcast, my first episode. I did a photo shoot that I just uploaded, like I just told you. I'm doing so much more. I'm staying consistent because in 5 years from now, I don't want to not have a full on community. I have people who I know in my community, like my Dillon B Creative community, but my gaming channel community, I have people there too, but not a lot. Not a lot, to be honest with you. Not a lot at all. And not because I lacked skills or the channel wasn't good. It's just because I wasn't consistent, man. I was posting like once a month. And also the stuff that I had to post took me like weeks to edit. So I want better for myself in life. I genuinely do. And I believe that I will have that. I'm not gonna sit here and just act like I'm not gonna have that. Mark my words, I will. Because I am a persistent sucker. I am persistent. And when I am locked on to doing something, I will freaking get it done. I've been working on my film for 4+ years. Do you think I'm gonna give up? No! I am 20 years old right now. I am 20 years old. I started that film when I was, I think, 15. I came with the idea when I was like 15. Do you think I'm gonna give up? No, not until it's done. I am that same persistent sucker from when I was 15 till now. And I assure you, 10 years in the future from now, I will still be that same persistent sucker that I was from then. Like my persistence and my stamina and for that is not gonna go away. That's just who I am. I can't give up on it. You know, I think about all the people who are a part of it and have poured their best into it, have poured their effort into it, and especially for them, I can't just ignore that. I can't just act like I can't. I can't go about my day and just act like it doesn't exist. Like I know, like if I and this is not a realistic scenario, so I'm just telling you this right now. If I were to have ever gave up on it and like I try to go to sleep, I would not be able to sleep. I'm telling you right now, I would get so many signs to get back to making that film. I literally could not go on in life and like do my daily things if I were to give up on this. Like there is no like going back. There is no like forgetting about this, not edit, like not finishing. That's not a thing. Let me tell you that. If some of you from the film are watching, that's not a thing that I can do. So let me tell you that it's not a thing that I can do. Physically, spiritually, I cannot. Like I am locked into this and I am happily locked into this. I feel like we should in the same way feel the same way about what we want. If you want a social media following, if you want friends, you want to get married, you want to get this job, you want to get this career. There is no other choice but to win. And until I win, I am not going to stop. I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to make sure I get it done because that's what I want with my life. Because anything else is unacceptable. Because what is a life that is unfilled with unfilled dreams and unfilled purposes? What is a life like that? That's horrible. That's terrible. What is a life of unfilled wants and unfilled desires? That's a sad life. And I can't do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I think this should be like put into your mind again for your listeners, but you get to live one time. And you don't get a restart. You don't get a reset. You get one time. You get one time. And if you can realize how important that is, like every day I wake up, it's a blessing. It's beautiful because it's another chance to make whatever I want to happen happen. It's beautiful. I truly believe that whatever I put my mind to and I want to get, I will get. I truly believe that. I believe that consistency is the most important is one of the most important factors in that. And there's no convincing me otherwise about that, to be honest. There's no convincing me otherwise about that. So I have a lot that I'm gonna do. Where are we at? 32 minutes. I have a lot that I'm gonna do, and not just say that I'm gonna do it, but you're gonna see it. First and foremost, let me make this clear to anybody watching, my actors, my thank you guys for being a part of my film. Thank you for like supporting the Bleach film. It will be finished. It has been taking me, and I'll be clear about this, it has been taking me a long time because I as a person have changed a lot. I as a person have changed the way how the film was structured. I have different thought processes, different ideas, different ways how I see scenes, all types of stuff. And I want to be clear, I am one person. And one person running all that is a lot. And it's a lot for myself, but I love it and I truly I'm so passionate about it. I care about it a lot. And I wanted to come out this year, and maybe it still can. Maybe it definitely still can. There's a lot on my plate at the moment, but know this: I am in a very very good place in my life right now. So I want to get this film out as soon as humanly possible. But one of the things that I feel like it requires is a full on community. Right now, my community is mainly based of people who know Dillon, right? Who they know Dillon, they might have seen Dillon, like, but have you really got to like sit down and really get to know Dillon? No, most of y'all haven't. Most of y'all do not. So, hi, I'm Dillon. Nice to meet you again. And through here, you can finally get to know me a little bit more. I get to sit down and talk. I can act like I'm talking to you, even though I don't see your face. I see a lens. But same thing, right? No. But I'm going to finish this film. There is no giving up on it ever. And there's I have a story to tell. I will tell you that. I have a story to tell. So I think I want to do a few things. So number one, I want to do, as we're doing these episodes, I get a lot of inspiration from the Speak Easy podcast by Berleezy. One of my dreams would be to be able to go into a podcast like that. But how can I go on a podcast if I don't make a podcast and put myself out there? So, hello, Berleezy. If you're seeing this, my name is Dillon. I am a fan of yours. I've been watching your content for like a long time. And I think it'd be amazing to like sit on your podcast and talk. I got a lot of ideas on my noggin too. I got a lot of I just be talking. I love to just So that would be a dream of mine, is to be on the Speak Easy podcast. I would love to do that. Maybe be on a back and forth from RDC. That would be pretty funny too. That would be nuts. You know, they be saying some things about Bleach. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all cooked RDC. Y'all, on some of y'all things y'all be saying about Bleach, y'all suckers cooked. Y'all suckers is cooked. The power scaling, okay, right? The power scaling on Bleach. Listen, if you don't read into it more, it won't make sense. You have to understand the story that Taite Kubo is actually putting together. If you're just looking at it from an outside perspective and not like studying the material as myself has, and like actually learning why things are the way that they are, then of course it's not going to make sense. So I say this: y'all watch some more videos about that and get into that, and then we could talk more about Bleach, right? I'm about to, if we ever get on, if we ever do one, I might have to quiz some of y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially Mark, Mr. Phillips. But yeah, so here's some. I want to. So what I was saying from the Speak East podcast is that I get. Let me make sure this is recording. I get inspiration from Speak East podcast. Wow. Okay, I get inspiration from the Speak Easy podcast, right? In this sort of a sense. I am going to do a thing to where I want to state the highs and lows of the week. I think that would be really freaking nice because it gives us a way to connect. And you guys in the comments can also do the same thing. Wherever you're watching, let's say that because I think that's a good thing to go about it. So let me think. My highs and my lows of this week. We'll start with my lows. My lows of this week. Um, Generally dealing with idiots. People like suck at driving, but I can't say I haven't like driven crazy, but like I would say dealing with annoying drivers or just impatient drivers. I would say another low was probably, I think this week really just kind of started for me. It's only Tuesday. I'll say a low is my laptop being annoying. And another low. My freaking chicken is expired. I got freaking chicken that expired. And well, okay, well, I ate it and like I thought it tasted fine, but apparently it's expired. I come back and then I smell this stink and I'm like, "Oh, frick, something's expired." It's the chicken. And I'm like, "Well, dang, I already earlier before I had cooked it in something and it didn't smell like that, so the chicken is expired." So I mean, I'm okay, but yeah. So my highs for this week. My highs for this week is number one. I'm gonna say overall content creation startup, right? Doing this podcast was definitely a high for me. Doing the photo shoot that I just did is all this content stuff is like a very, very high point for me. and I love it. Another high, I got paid. That's cool. I like getting paid. And then my last and third high, let's see. I think life. Life is getting better. There's a lot of beautiful things to come. And I truly believe that. As each day passes, I always get more and more closer to the goals and things I want to do. Because any day could always be your breakthrough. I've had my breakthroughs and all types of like, especially work on like my film, work on just like even like these little side projects and stuff. Little, I've had like all types of breakthroughs, but I would say that I would say that's kind of where I'm at. You know, being able to I could say even like being able to afford things that before I couldn't afford. So I think that's also where that's a high for me is being blessed. Actually, being blessed in general is a high for me. So yeah, I think this was a beautiful episode for me. I'll be honest with you. We're clocking in around 40 minutes. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, please share this. Share this with your friends, your family. I'm going to be doing this consistently. And let's talk. I love to talk. I love to just say our thoughts and this and that. So in the comments, put your highs and lows for the week. And let's do something different. Let's say, what is what is your dream? Right? What is your dream? Like list it doesn't even have to be a specific dream. It could be like multiple dreams, right? Like some of my dreams is that I want to model for like phone companies. I want to do voice acting for like anime, video games. I want to be on the Speak Easy podcast, back and forth. Those are some of my dreams. And I truly feel like that I will accomplish and will do those things. So list some of your dreams down in the comments and let's encourage each other. Let's be there for each other, help each other out, do all that we're doing. Because we don't got to be on this journey alone. Right now, I'm in a space where it is very lonely. I am by myself, but I'm on a journey, and we are on a journey. I'll liken it to One Piece. We are on a journey. You find new people on the road. You find new people as you're going through the journey. So sure, right now for me, it's pretty lonely, but it's not always going to be that way. I'm going to find people who match me, who match my vibe, who we can collaborate. I will find people, and if you feel the same way, like you're in that space, then you could do the same thing too. You don't have to stay in that space. And through this, I want this to be a form of connecting, a form of talking, because we're in an era where we've never been so connected, but then so disconnected. We have all this social media, but we don't talk to each other. We don't reach out. We don't do this and that. I want this to be a form of doing that. So I love to have guests and people on here. I don't know if it be through Zoom or just in person. I don't know how it works, but that's for us to figure out, right? Not today. But yeah. So welcome to my podcast. I have no idea what to name this, but I don't know if we can call it like Dillon talk or something. I feel like that's kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that's kind of whack, but it'll be called something for sure. So thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate it. And please continue to follow me on my journey and on my journey for success. And I hope to support some of you too as well on your journey for success, because you don't have to. I don't have to be the only one who succeeds. We can all succeed together. We don't have to. This doesn't have to be a one person thing. It doesn't have to just be me. You can succeed too, but it takes starting, consistency, action. Like action, you don't take action, nothing happens. So thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next episode. So take care.